Cambridge International AS and A-Level Mathematics, Paper 2, Pure Mathematics 2, 2019. Answer all the questions in the spaces provided. The total number of marks for this paper is 50. Question number 1. Show that ln x cubed minus 4x minus ln of x squared minus 2x is identical to ln x plus 2. Use logarithm subtraction property to produce logarithm of quotient. So we know log of x minus log of y, it will be log of x divided by y. And that's the division law. So ln x cubed minus 4x minus ln x squared minus 2x, we can write it as ln x cubed minus 4x divided by x squared minus 2x. And also, we can factorize x cubed minus 4x, x is common, so we have x squared minus 4. Now, x squared minus 4, 4 is the same as 2 squared. So if we come to this side, the difference of 2 squared, a squared minus b squared, is equal to a minus b times a plus b. So x squared minus 2 squared, where a is x, b is 2, is same as x minus 2, x plus 2. So we're going to replace x squared minus 4 with x minus 2, x plus 2. And then the denominator, x squared minus 2x, we can write it as x bracket x minus 2 factorize. So now we can see that x will cancel with x minus 2 will cancel with x minus 2. So you're left with x plus 2. So you're left with ln x plus 2. Question number 2, part 1. Solve the inequality. 3x minus 5 is less than x plus 3. So to get rid of the absolute sign, we would square both sides. So 3x minus 5 squared less than x plus 3 squared. 3x minus 5 squared means we write it twice. 3x minus 5 times 3x minus 5 is less than x plus 3 times x plus 3. Now we remove the bracket, 3x times 3x, 3x times minus 5 times 3x, and minus 5 times minus 5. So when you expand that, you get the second expression. And you expand x plus 3 times x plus 3, you get that. So got 9x squared minus 15 is minus 30 plus 25 is less than x squared. 3x plus 3x is 6x plus 9. Now we take everything to the left-hand side. X squared goes to the left-hand side. It becomes minus x squared. Plus 6x goes to the left-hand side. It becomes minus 6x. Plus 9 goes to the left. It becomes minus 9. So you're left with 0 on the right. So 9x squared minus x squared is 8x squared. Minus 30 minus 6 is minus 36. 25 minus 9 is 16. You can divide by 4. 8 divided by 4, minus 36 divided by 4, 16 divided by 4. So you end up with 2x squared minus 9x plus 4 is less than 0. And then you can work out the values for x using a calculator. So if you put a is 2, b is minus 9, c is 4 in your calculator, you'll get two answers for critical values. X is a half and X is equals to 4. So the range of values is between a half less than X less than 4. Because you want, looking at the graph, if you plot the quadratic on your graphics calculator, you want it to be less than 0. That's the part which is less than 0. So between a half and 4, that part is below the x-axis, so it's less than 0. And if you had done the graph from the equations, from the absolute value equation, that's 3x minus 5, x plus 3. So between a half and 4, that is when you have 3x plus 3 is bigger than 3x minus 5, just that point there. So when you do it on the graph, you make sure you have absolute value of 3x minus 5, absolute value of x plus 3, and you use that scale for the x and y axis. Part 2. Hence, find the greatest integer n satisfying the inequality. So you can split this 3 to the power 0.1 n plus 1. You can split it as 3 to the power 1 times 3 to the power 0.1 n minus 5 is less than 3 to the power 0.1 n plus 3. If we put 3 to the power 0.1 n to be x, so that's just like 3 to the power 3x minus 5 is less than x plus 3, similar to what we were doing before. And that was the answer, half less than x less than 4. So that means 3 to the 0.1 n is equals to x, which is 4. So if you put log in front and log in front, 0.1 n comes to the front. So 0.1 n log 3 equals to log 4. And so log 4 divided by log 3. And 0.1 is like n over 10. 0.1 is like 1 over 10. So that's why I put n over 10. So 10 goes to the right, so it becomes 10 times log 4 over log 3. That gives you n is equals to 12.619. So n is equals to 12. So that's the greatest integer satisfying the inequality. Remember, you want to find the greatest. Question number 3. Find the equation of the normal to the curve x squared ln y plus 2x plus 5y is equal to 11 at the point 3, 1. So we're going to differentiate using the product rule. And that's to differentiate x squared ln y using the product rule. So u is x squared. Du over dx, differentiate x squared, you get 2x. V is ln y. dv over dx is differentiating ln y. You get 1 over y dy over dx. You put them together in the product rule. You get x squared times 1 over y dy over dx plus v times 2x. So you have, now that's what we have dy over dx to be. So let's do the differential. So differential of x squared ln y, that gives us 2x ln y plus x squared times 1 over y dy over dx. Differential of 2x is 2. And differential of 5y is 5 dy by dx. And differential of 11 is 0. And now you substitute 3 for x, and y is equals to 1 to find the value of dy over dx. So it becomes 2 times 3 ln 1 plus 3 squared plus 1 over 1 times dy over dx plus 2 times 5 dy over dx equals to 0. Ln of 1 is 0, so all of that is 0. 3 squared is 9 times dy over dx plus 2 plus 5 times dy over dx. 9 plus 5 gives you 14. So that's 14 dy over dx plus 2 equals to 0. So 2 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 2, and you divide by 14. So dy over dx is minus 2 over 14. So we're going to be using this formula for the gradient of the perpendicular. So gradient of normal is equals to minus 1 divided by gradient of tangent. So minus 1 divided by minus 2 over 14. That's already gradient of tangent. It gives you 7. So now to get the equation of the normal, we use this formula. So gradient is 7 and x is 3. So it becomes y minus 1 is equal to 7 bracket x minus 3. Remove the bracket, it becomes y minus 1 equals to 7x. 7 times minus 3 is minus 21. Minus 1 goes to the right. It becomes y equals to 7x minus 20. So that's the equation of the line through 3, 1 with gradient of normal. Question number 4. Find integral of tan squared 3x. So we're going to use this formula for integral. Integral of sec squared x is tan x plus c. So we use the identity tan squared 3x. We will write it as sec squared 3x minus 1. And what's the integral of sec squared 3x using this one? We differentiate 3x, it becomes 3, and divide by 3. So it's 1 over 3 tan 3x minus integral of x. Integral of 1 is minus x plus the constant of integration. Find the exact value of integral from 0 to 1 e to the 3x plus 4 over e to the x dx. Show all necessary working. You can separate them. Becomes e to the 3x divided by e to the x plus 4 over e to the x. E to the x goes to the numerator, becomes e to the minus x. So e to the 3x times e to the minus x, you add the powers. 3x minus x is 2x plus 4 e to the minus x. When you integrate e to the 2x, you differentiate 2x, you get 2. So you divide by the 2. So it's e to the 2x over 2 minus, differentiate minus x, you get minus 1. So you divide by minus 1. So it becomes minus 4 e to the minus x from 0 to 1. So you sub in 1 first. 1 goes there and there. So it becomes e to the 2 times 1 over e over 2 minus 4e to the minus 1. Minus e to the 2 times 0. You sub in 0 over 2 minus 4e to the minus 0. So this will give you e squared over 2 minus 4 over e minus a half. Minus and minus would make a plus. So that will become plus 4. So we'll put e squared over 2 minus 4 over e minus a half plus 4 is 7 over 2. Question number 5. The polynomial p of x is defined by p of x is equal to 5x cubed plus ax squared plus bx minus 16, where a and b are constants. It is given that x minus 2 is a factor of p of x and that the remainder is 27 when p of x is divided by x plus 1. Find the values of a and b. So x minus 2 is a factor. So substitute x equals to 2 and equate to 0. So it becomes, replace x with 2. So it becomes 5 times 2 cubed plus a times 2 squared plus b times 2 minus 16 is equals to 0 because it is a factor. So that gives you 40 plus 4a plus 2b minus 16 equal to 0. So that means 4a plus 2b equals to minus 24. That's equation 1. Substitute x equals to minus 1 and equate it to 27. So minus 1 there, minus 1 there, minus 1 there, because the remainder is 27. And it says x is equals to minus 1. So simplify that, you get a minus b equals to 48. That's equation 2. You want to solve the simultaneous equations. You can use your calculator. That's equation 1, equation 2. So you put 4, 2 minus 24, 1 minus 1, 48. And you get your answers to be 12 and minus 36. So A is 12 and B is minus 36. Part B. Hence, factorize P of x completely. So you substitute A is 12 and B is minus 36, and that's your new P of x. Since x minus 2 is a factor, we do long division. 5x cubed divided by x, 5x squared. 5x squared times x, 5x cubed. 5x squared times minus 2, minus 10x squared. And then you subtract. 5x cubed minus 5x cubed is 0. 12x squared minus 10x squared gives you 22x squared. You divide 22x squared divided by x gives you 22x. Multiply 22 times x is 22x squared. 22 times minus 2 is minus 44x. Bring down the 36x. Subtract 22x squared minus 22x squared is 0. Minus 36 minus 44. It gives you 8x. And then bring down minus 16. So 8x divided by x, it gives you 8. 8 times x, it gives you 8x. 8 times minus 2, it gives you minus 16. 8x minus 8x is 0. Minus 16 minus 16 is 0. So you have 5x squared plus 22x plus 8. Factorize that, you get 5x plus 2 and x plus 4. So your three factors, x minus 2, 5x plus 2, and x plus 4. So that's the three complete factors of P of x.